Máiréad, how are you?
Hi, Kurt. Thanks for having me. I'm
No,
so excited.
absolutely. We have met once before years ago. I
Yeah.
don't, I don't be honest and say you don't remember, but I remember distinctly meeting you in a trailer behind the Maverick Center in Utah. You had come with Celtic women to perform,
Yeah.
and I was there with our other guest, Alex. And so I had a moment. You were fiddling around. You were getting ready to go. So it was kind of, you were very sweet, but I couldn't be more excited to have you on the show. But I have a couple of questions, and I think my audience would love to hear. You are kind of here in Utah. We have a girl that kind of grew up here, Lindsay Sterling,
Yes.
and you probably know of her. I
Yeah.
remember talking to her years ago when she first did her thing. This was after you had already done Lord of the Dance and, of course, Celtic Women, and she was very much influenced by you.
Oh.
When did you start dancing and playing the violin? Was that a natural thing? Did you do that with your family when you performed, or what?
Well, with Irish traditional music, the music is the most important thing, Kurt. And I mean, as a lot of people know, I come from a very musical family, and I'm so lucky and blessed to just have that. Like it was like walking and breathing
Sure.
the music to us. And so in a traditional setting, if you're in a session or in a recording session, obviously, as you know, or even in a session in Ireland, you're going to be sitting down playing furiously. You're just going to be, really. And then I suppose the movement came from me just more naturally when I was given the stage, just and the show I was working with at the time would say, just there's your stage, do what you want. So I went, oh, okay.
Well, the reason
And
I asked that is because so I was listening to something and I've forgotten the name already, but it was a really cool kind of classical meets Irish piece that was really a really cool piece off
yeah,
of your show. What's the
okay.
name of it? I should have written it down. Anyway, I was looking at
Yes.
you dancing around, twirling around, and I thought, I wonder if she can play sitting down. I mean, is that limit you? Do you feel like, oh, I gotta move?
I love playing sitting down too because you
Okay.
get a chance to look at the other players as well. And since you brought up Lindsay, what a beautiful girl Lindsay
Oh,
Sterling is. And I've worked with Lindsay a lot. We most recently did Harmonious Live for Disney Plus together, and she
yeah,
very graciously acknowledged the inspiration that she had from
yeah,
me to Idina Menzel. And
right.
just when in the interview, and I nearly dropped, Kurt, I nearly dropped of astonishment, and it was such a generous thing for her to say and do, and I love her to bits, and I think it's just really important for artists to make their own niche, which she has done and
Sure.
I have done, and
Yeah.
really just be yourself on stage
Mhm.
and bring the audience in your shows. You're so fantastic at doing that. The audience is almost a member of the show, and you bring them in and they give you the energy. And I just think the movement for me always makes sense with the music. And I think the piece you're talking about is one that I wrote for Celtic Woman called Granuaile Dance.
Yeah. No, I'm
Probably.
familiar with that one. This one was one. It's like quizzing you about a piece you did. You filmed it over white behind you, and it wasn't traditional Irish, but it obviously fiddling, but it
Oh,
has
yes, it's
the
from my second last album, Hibernia. So it's called The Dawn. And
yeah,
I loved doing that. I think Irish music, Irish traditional music has gotten a lot of power in it. Especially over the last it's always had, but especially with a great band called the Chieftains years and years ago, 40
love the
years ago,
Chieftains.
50 years
They
ago,
were awesome. Yeah,
Yeah. And they were groundbreaking. And then they brought Irish music was always on the world stage, really.
sure.
But with the big shows like Riverdance, Lord of the Dance, Celtic Woman, and just lots of things like that, bringing that power, I think it
Yeah.
has. it's allowed to have a a dynamic kind of power, I feel too. So it's nice to be able to do that too, and to be able to compose numbers that translate that to the audience.
So you and that's one of the reasons I was thrilled to get you on my show because I'm not, people all say, what kind of music do you do? Well, I don't know. I do classical, I do jazz, I do world. I've done a great deal of Celtic inspired music. I can't really claim it. I actually have here I have my bodhrán, I can
Yes,
so we will be playing this
yeah,
what I love about Celtic music, it's kind of the music of the people. It's not,
yeah.
people try to write it down. I've tried to teach classical violinists to play it, and I write double
Mm,
stops and things, and it never sounds right. But when
mm,
it's natural, then
yeah.
it sounds great. Well, look, let
Well,
me,
you
yes,
know
go ahead.
what? You know what, Kurt? It's been lots of, world class classical violinists have come to me to have some lessons in Irish music. And
Right.
I always ask them, okay, so how long did it take you in your life to do your classical technique to come up? And I said, I already know the answer because I did it myself, because I play classical as well. So and they said, oh, about 20 years. And I said, well, there you go. It's the same for Irish music.
So come back when you're 60. Well, that's and I'm constantly telling violinists that I work with, and I don't have to tell you
Mm.
this.
Yeah.
They'll play something and it'll be perfect. They'll have all the fingering written in, and it'll be and they go, oh, that was a perfect take. And I said, yeah, but I didn't feel any soul. I didn't
Okay.
feel. I'd rather have some mistakes. And really, what I love about when I listen to a great fiddle player like Ashley McIsaac, or
Oh,
some of
yeah.
these great fiddle players that play Cape Breton style or pure Irish, or ever some of them are in between, they're what we might think classically as a mistake is actually just soul. It's
Yeah.
just bits and bobs of. Anyway, enough of that. We could nerd out on Irish music. So tell me, because people know you obviously for Celtic Woman and Lord of the Dance, but I was intrigued by one of your a show that you have done fairly recently. I think you put an album out and then you do this
Yeah.
show. Tell everybody what it's called, what it's about, because they're certainly going to want to see you after coming to my show and saying, "Ooh, I want more of her."
Oh, thank you so much, Kurt. Well, my new show is Celtic Spells,
Yeah.
and I just with Irish mythology and Irish stories. The Irish love telling a good story,
Mm,
and we have a huge mythology and history, and it's all intertwined, and that's basically what my show Celtic Spells is about. And it's about the journey of a young couple going from Ireland in from different backgrounds, which was frowned
mhm.
upon back
Yeah,
back in
yeah.
the day, and coming to the New World, America, and then subsequently going all the way back to Ireland in later years. So that's what the show is about. And,
That's cool.
I'm delighted that we have some great dates in March 2026. So I'm so delighted about that.
Where can people see, maybe you don't have all the dates in front of you, but
Yeah.
can you are a couple of cities that people can, because people will see this in other places. Where can
Yeah.
people see
Yeah,
you
well, I
when you
think
come?
the easiest thing is to go to máiréadnesbitt.com and have a look at the ticket links because some of them are sold out already. But
Oh,
I would
wow.
love people to come along because they might add an extra matinee or they might add an extra
Yeah, yeah.
show. And, so if they go to máiréadnesbitt.com and it's on Bands in Town as well,
Great.
all the dates are there. And I just can't wait to basically be on stage again with an amazing troupe of Irish musicians, two
Great.
singers, two dancers, and all my band. So it's going to be just great fun.
Well, look, I will post a few things on this like we do, links and so forth. We are really looking forward to having you. We'll have some nice surprises. You sent me a wonderful arrangement that I'm adapting for my group of Joy to the World. That's really going to be fun. I'll try to give you some room to dance around on stage. We have a band and an orchestra, but I'll push them back so that you can twirl around and do your thing. We got to see that Máiréad hair flying. Um, Do I need to bring in, what does Beyonce use? She puts a fan in the front. Do you need a fan or something?
No, you don't need that. You
All
don't
right.
need that.
All right. Well, Mairéad, I really look forward to having you come out. Um, is there anything you'd like to tell the folks of Salt Lake City what they can expect from
Yeah.
you in when you join us? And
I am
Alex Sharp.
Yes, I am just thrilled. Thank you, Kurt, for having me on your wonderful, incredible show. I know you've had amazing musicians on before. It's my first time on with you. I can't wait. And as you know, I've played with Alex a lot in Celtic Woman and our own shows in Utah as well. So I'm just thrilled to be on stage with Alex as well. And what the audience can expect have their socks blown off in a really Celtic Christmas way.
All right, Christmas stockings. You'll have your Christmas stockings blown off. Mairéad, thank you very much. We will see you soon enough. We're hot and heavy into your music, so you get a little rest and look forward to seeing you. All right?
Thank you, Kurt. Take care. Bye
All right,
bye.
cheers. Bye.